What's poppin'? Turn your speakers up. Turn these speakers up. You're locked into the illest girls next door. You can bump it in your stereo. On BoominLive.com.
You already know, baby, it's J Bands and Yanni. Hey, girl. And we is on the Zoom call. The Zoom, baby. I don't even know how this works. Right, so.
This is the real me, okay? I just
This is me in my house and doing what I do best. You did? Richie, that look rocking.
I'm rocking, so I ain't eat in like 17 hours, bro.
Oh, I forgot. Wait, you can start bringing in people more.
They're coming in.
Hello.
Wait, do you set the time for yourself? Wait,
yes.
How do you see? Oh. Hey. How are you?
Good.
How's everything been going? First of all,
trying not to go crazy.
Can you just introduce yourself so everybody
Tell us
can
your
get
name,
it?
where you from?
I love her, guys. She's amazing.
I'm Talisha. Was born in Newark and I live in Westfield.
Okay.
Well, first of all, we want to thank you for doing our little Zoom party, for our website launch.
You're welcome.
We got It's Rich in the building. Hey, Rich.
I'm proud of y'all.
Thank you so much.
I'm so proud of y'all. Like, Jada went from, I want to start a podcast when she was in school. I was like, well, do you? You're going to do great. I'm going to support you. And I've been with her ever since. Like, I ain't missing not one episode.
Wow. What's your favorite?
Wait, who was that?
I don't think I have a favorite.
Really?
I don't know. I don't think I have a favorite. Like, every one has been funny.
Oh, thank you so much.
And my favorite one is y'all Dirty Laundry. That's like the best one.
Right, everybody got that.
That's what definitely brings in Dashy baby. Hey y'all. Hey guys. So I just started like the Zoom call, but we started the Zoom call just like the network to talk to I'm pretty sure we all bored on quarantine. So just to give us something to do, to talk about topics or anything. So you feel me? I just want everybody to just feel free to talk to each other. This is good vibes, good energy, and something to do.
I hope everybody clicked the link for the website if y'all ain't check it out yet.
What's the website?
It's in our bio.
What's the website? Like, what's on the website though?
IllestGirlsNextDoor.com.
I seen that. I seen the podcast y'all got. Yo, can I be on your podcast?
We're gonna interview at on store.
Right.
Y'all gonna interview at my shit?
Yeah, we're gonna come over there.
Why?
Rich, talk to me.
No, I was actually watching this shit on YouTube too. I didn't know you guys were going live on there as well. That's funny.
Well, I didn't know there were people in there.
I didn't know that was possible. That's dope.
Yeah, shout out to my producer, engineer, everything.
You good, Rich? How you doing, Rich?
Chilling. How you guys doing?
I'm good. I'm living my life. I'm just happy to be alive right now. It's nothing you can do but just live.
Nah.
No cap. Thanks.
For real.
Well, how y'all quarantine going? Like, what y'all been doing to keep yourself productive during this quarantine?
Okay, I'll go first. Me, I've been just focused on like the podcast and stuff. I've been losing my mind being in the house. Like I've been going to sleep, waking up, go to sleep, wake up, do it again. I'm over it. It's to the point where my dad was like, "All right, like go see some friends." I'm like, "Dad, we're on quarantine. Like, where do you want me to go?"
Right. Oh my gosh.
I think we all need to have a big party when this quarantine is over. Like we need to host the biggest party in Jersey. Like we gotta host the craziest party ever.
I won't even lie though. If we all really throw a party, that it'll go crazy. It'll go crazy.
I know it's gonna be crazy. I know.
Yep.
I'm down. Or if anything, we throw a big concert. I think that'd be dope.
Concert? That'd be dope. That'd be some wild shit.
I say a concert.
We could. All right. So look, we could do a concert, a party, a fashion show.
Ooh.
Like a little club, like you feel me, like an album release party at the club, because I'm getting ready like to release my ATM mixtape soon. So I was just getting ready to like have like a party in like one of the clubs like locally. But like this quarantine is in the way and it's actually like stopping me from chasing my dreams right now. So it's just like I got my.
But why do you feel like it stopped you from chasing your dream?
Yeah, why?
Nah, it's just like it didn't stop me from chasing my dream, but it's like I had like a blueprint, like I had everything written down, I had like everybody ready, I had everything about to go. Like I was about to release it right before all this quarantine went on. I just had to make sure my team was right.
Yeah.
I had to make sure my team was focused. I had to make sure everybody seen the vision that I had seen. And I just wanted like to push hard. But like now that I feel like this quarantine came around, I felt like it was like a good experience because like everybody need to wake up to like reality and like what's going on in the world right now. So it's just like I'm keeping my friends closer to me. I'm talking to them more. I'm opening up to them. I'm explaining their like my life to them and like how like my life is real hard and it's just. Like I'm starting to see everybody's like struggle and all of their like all the habits and like everything like wrong in the community, and it's just like I felt like I needed that before I could drop this mixtape because it's like I think it's gonna help me on my next one.
Right. You know, so what you could do is just I'm sorry, I mean, y'all. I just broke my back.
I got an attitude. Don't feel bad, Rissy.
Sorry. But not if you feel like really take this
back
time.
outside week and do like a party at the fashion show, you know, like everything leading up to one. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't hear you.
Yeah, that's true. That would be good too.
I didn't hear you. What'd you say?
Like a welcome back outside week type of thing. Like you do each one of those things you just named one day every week, and like the last day be like the big party, like big performance,
like how colleges do,
music, that type of thing.
So like, all right, so I know what you're saying. Now I know exactly what you're saying. So let's get to it. Like, let's start jotting stuff down. Let's write like a little blueprint before this quarantine. It ends real quick before like the blink of an eye. We don't have nothing planned, and everything's just going. It's gonna be too late.
We can have Rich get all the artists.
Yeah, we got to make sure we got to get all the artists, all the.
Yeah, Rich.
But you got to wait too because we got to see because it sounds like they're still not gonna let people gather like that even once we get back outdoors. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We can write it down now. Like we could just jot down our ideas and like get everything together. Like for the meet, like the time being, and then when it actually open back up, that's when we could just like.
That's literally like also what I've been doing too. Is just with like quarantine, just planning out. Well. Solidifying my goals. So basically, like I'm like, okay, at this point, I'm gonna do this time. I have more time to like really focus on. You feel me? My goals that I have set forth. I kind of like I'm not really mad at quarantine versus like being bored and having online classes, which suck. But it definitely helped me with the podcast and everything like that. So I'm not really mad at it. The only thing that I feel like I really want to do is do a photo shoot, and I can't.
Y'all been having mad photo shoots.
Huh?
I said y'all been having mad photo shoots. All I keep seeing is new pictures. You know what I'm saying? Y'all doing the whole thing.
We need more. We need to keep it.
You said photo shoot?
Keep it up.
The Illest girls next door drop a new photo shoot like every day.
What? I'm trying to be on the podcast. I'm trying to be like, you feel me? I'm trying to be the first rapper.
The quarantine has a benefit though, because I feel like all the eyes are on these screens and giving you more opportunity to be seen. Because now people are in the house watching it. You know what I'm saying? Like, people putting out music, you're more likely to get hurt right now because find out of what they're currently listening to and look for new.
So what really matters to you, what really matters the most, as well as just like you could like it's like you get distracted, but you focus too at the same time because like on my daily life, I had school, I had work, I had business. Like I have no time to like literally like even sit down and really think for a second. Like everything was just so fast paced. So being that I just have this time to really focus and put my thoughts into this, I feel like I'm cool with it.
I've actually been like using this time to just get more in tune with like myself. Like my spirit and everything. I have my mentor behind me. She probably don't want to be seen. But yeah, she's been helping me, with different meditation practices and everything. So like, like in the real world, like outside of quarantine, you got so much going on with like work and school and everything, and you forget about yourself. So I just been using this time to really just get in tune and connect with myself. on a deeper and higher level. So, yeah, man.
All you
I
can do.
agree.
That's good.
Thank you.
That's good. 'Cause that's exactly what I'm doing right now. It's like I don't know. I'm just more connected with like Allah and like the higher power and like the person I believe in because like everybody like I don't know. Everybody around me just doubt me for some odd reason. I don't know why, but it's just like I don't know. I know I'm gonna be great. I know who I'm destined to be. It's just like I ain't got nobody on my side but Allah. I mean,
it's a fact.
Yep, at the end of the day, that's all you have is yourself.
Right.
All you have is yourself. And things are best done when you do it by yourself. Well, not by yourself, but like yourself. You do it yourself.
Yeah.
I feel that. I definitely feel that. Now, question: can you like do a reading while like it's not face to face?
Yeah. Yeah, I do them all the time. I go live almost every Sunday. And
Wait, you do readings? Hold on.
Yes, that's what I said.
Right, hold on, pause.
Wait, what is the reading?
Yo, wait, hold on. Before you explain, so let me tell you how this happened, right? So I'm at a little event, and
this the girl you got the read from?
Yes. And I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all, like. I didn't really believe into the whole like readings and stuff like that. I always thought it was just whatever. I'm at this party and everything, and my best friends was like, come try it. Like, it actually works. So I'm over here like, all right, I'll try it. Like, so I'm over there talking to her. She's very sweet, very kind. So, she basically gave me she made me pick 2 cards, I think it was, right? Was that first or did you give me the deck of cards first? Yeah, so she made me pick 2 cards. Well, 2 decks, and one had a butterfly, and I think one had something else.
And it was a purple angel.
I used to have
purple angel. And I clicked the butterfly, I believe. And then she gave me all the cards. She was like, put it next to your heart and think of something. So I thought of something. And I believe that she put out 3 cards. I swear it was everything that I thought about subliminally. Wow. I'm like, all right, this is scary. Wow. This is
you talking about tarot cards?
Cause hold on, sis.
You talking about tarot cards?
Cause hold on.
I'm talking about tarot cards, right?
Hold on. We're gonna try this out.
Somebody played with me with tarot cards too, and it made me go crazy.
You got 2 sets.
It made me go crazy. I hate that.
Why you hate it?
It be so
I don't know, cause like I got these gold money cards. It's like playing cards, like cards. But like I don't know, I just hate it. Like I think it's the devil with those cards. I don't know what it is. It's scary.
Hold on.
I'm trying to see cards flip. What's that?
I'm ready with you, Chris.
Hold on.
I like everybody. I like everybody.
Yes, sis, shuffle them cards. Look at that.
Can you do my reading?
He said, you have one. You don't.
So who's gonna do my reading?
Look, I'm training. So you know my training.
Hey.
Is the other girl training too, or she's like a
No, I'm not training. I'm not training. I mean,
She's actually like really good at it. Like really efficient.
Oh my gosh, so that sis, we gotta follow each other because then you probably know my mentor.
We already do, Rest. We already
Jim.
You started following last week.
Yes, sir.
Last weekend, you started following me.
That's the pace.
Oh my word.
I'm telling my mentor about you right now.
She asked me last weekend on live. I was the one that asked about a love coming back from the past and should I act on it? And she was like, that was me. That was me. Yeah, and
yo, this
I messaged her to like do an in-depth reading and she never got back to me. But that was me.
Hold on.
But y'all want to do reading? Who wants to go first?
Yeah. Rich, you go first.
Yeah. Okay, I'll go first. You could have went first, but I'll go first. What do I got to do?
All right, I got 3 decks, Rich. 1, 2, or 3.
Let's go with number 2.
2?
Number 2. Yeah, 2. Okay.
Spicy.
Spicy. I wasn't expecting this, so let's see what happens.
All right, Rich. So I pulled out 3 cards for you. The first card you got, choose love over fear.
Okay.
And the second card you got was never judge another, but it actually came in the reverse. So I'll explain that in a moment.
Ooh.
And then you got know your truth. So basically, there's a lot going on in a situation, and it's dealing with a particular person. And instead of really listening to what's happening with the situation, you're leading with fear because I don't know if it's that you're afraid to get hurt or you're afraid to get triggered, or I'm not really sure what your fear is, but that's what you're leading with, and you're not leading with love. So because you are leading with the fear, some of the communication that you're trying to put out towards this person is coming across judgmental, and they're kind of telling you this, like, yo, you're being a little mean here. I don't like how you're making me feel. And you don't feel like you're doing anything wrong. And that's because you can't really see because you're leading with the wrong energy. So try to change your mindset and retrain yourself to lead with love as opposed to fear, and be honest with yourself about what's really happening, and then it should all go smooth sailing, if that makes sense.
I don't know which situation in my life that would apply to.
That's
but
my people.
maybe there's a relationship I don't know that I'm doing that with.
So
you don't know.
And he lying.
I would tell the truth. I don't care. Like, but sometimes we don't realize it.
Again, the
maybe
last
it might not be
part
relationship
is know your truth.
Okay.
So
I'm about to say, even with like the things that you do, like it might not be a relationship with another person. It could be a relationship with like your business. It could be the relationship with like anything else that you got going. I don't think it means like specifically a person.
Oh, okay.
Or even yourself.
Oh, okay.
You have to take what resonates with you.
Okay.
It's not gonna be direct.
Oh, I'm
It's like,
open. I'm listening.
like
I'm open. I'm open to it. I'm hearing it.
No, you just have to take what resonates with you, because a lot of the times the answers that you get, it may not necessarily be happening right now. It could be something that's in the future, or you just have to take what resonates.
So what's the know your truth one?
So that basically, that was all of it tied in together, but you saying you're not sure of what that possibly could be allows me to believe exactly why Jada chimed in. To me, I believe that was God chiming in, giving confirmation that it doesn't necessarily have to mean with someone else. It could be with yourself. I mean, like the yin and yang, we have a light side, we have a dark side, and sometimes one of our sides takes a little bit more control than the other. And you're not able to lead with your heart, like with your spirit, because sometimes our shadow steps in and takes over. So once you admit that possibly, I allow you to lead some things that I don't really like, and it leads me to places I don't necessarily like. Just being honest with yourself will help you to be able to navigate a little bit better. Because I feel like things have been smooth for you, but before they get smooth, you kind of like run into the same wall a couple of times, and you're kind of like, why am I doing this? Why do I keep ending up here?
Okay.
So it's just taking a step back and really believing in yourself. Like the answers you are looking for are within yourself, but don't allow that other side of you to come in and allow you to walk away from what you know is true.
Okay. And what was the card that slipped over that you said was backwards?
So the never judge another, that was in the backside. So with the choosing love over fear, because sometimes we can lead with fear instead of love. Sometimes when we are trying to help someone, it comes out like a judgment.
Okay.
And
okay.
That's again, it all ties into one. So like they all lead into one.
You're saying.
You get what I'm saying? So like they're all giving you the same message, but giving you pinpoints of how to work on what it is that the message is for you. So basically work on yourself. Try
I can resonate with the middle one out of all three the most.
Gotcha. I hope that helps.
No, it was dope. I appreciate it. No, I take it all in. You know what I'm saying? Just because it doesn't make sense to me right now, I don't see it, doesn't mean it's not out there somewhere without me knowing. I still open to everything. All right, Jada, let's go.
Okay, all right, I'm up.
1, 2, or 3, Jada?
Hit me with 1 because you know I'm number 1. I'm a star. You feel me? I'm big boss. I'll take number 1. I feel a little spicy today.
Oh, yes, you do, because the card just came.
It flew out. The card flew out. It flew out.
It just dropped out before she was
It did. Oh.
Okay, so balancing masculine and feminine energies. So allow your feminine side to creatively inspire you and your masculine side to give you the confidence. I feel like so what I'm hearing is you allow your masculine side to drive you a lot more. You know what I'm saying? And it's very like do everything, you know? So tapping in more to your femininity and allowing that to, not saying that you're not, but as far as
no, I get your point because I really be feeling like I'm a nigga sometimes.
Yeah, try to tap into your softer side a little bit more. It may help you more than you think it will. That's the card that flew out. And then the last 2 cards that you got, which is really ironic, and I don't know why, they came out in the reverse. So you got the Kind Knight, which is make time for self-care. And it says taking care of yourself is essential right now. And then you got the Jade card, which is wellness. And it says the recovery of health and wellness is here. So basically what they're saying to you is if you aren't taking the proper precautions to take care of yourself, how you know you should be, and really getting your rest and really allowing yourself to deal with what serves you and what doesn't serve you, then it will keep you from possibly having like being overly stressed.
Cut it out.
I'm keeping my mouth shut.
Almost like I can't take it no more, if that makes sense.
No, I definitely like feel the self-care and everything like that. So like in the beginning of April, all right, so months ago, I was like, I'm a like diet doing the whole April and stuff like that. I did good for like the first 2 weeks, then I relapsed.
My first half.
But I was working out, you feel me? Wasn't excessively drinking. I was watching like podcasts every day. Now all I do is sleep and worry about the podcast.
Okay.
But on the
I get it. I'm the same way. And sometimes people think that like giving yourself time to be lazy and rest is like being lazy or being in a depressed state. But sometimes for me, myself, like self-care is not doing absolutely anything some days, because I do a lot to exude a lot of energy. So don't feel bad for doing that if you need the rest, but just make sure you are handling what you need to handle when you do that. Don't allow it to become a crutch almost.
Copy.
Who's next?
Me. I wanna go.
1, 2, or 3?
2.
2?
Hey Mark, you should get your read on.
No, it's okay. Nah. I like surprises.
That's the man behind the screen, yo. By the way, I felt like I should have said this in the beginning. This is actually recorded on our webpage as well, too, guys. So, yes.
What's up?
Hi, everybody. So I got your 3 cards pulled out. So the first card that came out for you was have an attitude of gratitude.
Okay.
Be of service. And like attracts like. So,
okay.
So I feel like, well, that's a lot. Hold on.
That's a lot. Baby. That's a lot.
Right.
What's going on over there? What's going on? What's going on?
Not anything negative. This one was trying to die out. Okay.
He got a lot of energy. He's very energized.
Yeah, I'm energized, man. I was in the house all day. I was chilling, listening to some music.
So the last card that I just put out was worry is a wasted emotion. So from what I'm getting from all four of these cards, you question yourself entirely way too much. You have this confidence that exudes from you like, I got this, I can do it, can't nobody tell me nothing, I can do it, but you also second guess yourself a lot in a lot of things. Like, I see you going back and forth, like back and forth, like should I, shouldn't I, before you actually make your decision. And sometimes that takes more of a toll on you than you think it does. And you start to worry about things because it's just like you're pulling from this energy. So don't waste your time so much on worrying. Be more gracious on when things are happening, when you can't really like pinpoint and decipher what to actually do. Go within yourself and really search for the answers within you instead of questioning things. Because in most stories, in most religious stories, we're created in the image of the creator, right? So we have almost all the same powers of the creator. So in that sense, we're like the creator. When we question ourselves, we are questioning the creator. So instead of questioning yourself and worrying, okay, be gracious, have an attitude of gratitude and be grateful in those moments and say thank you. And what are you teaching me? And figure out what it is that you need to do to be taught whatever lesson is being taught to you. So you're not sitting there worrying and attracting more things that are worrying you, if that makes sense. And allow yourself, because this be of service card, when I pulled it out, all I was hearing was, it's like you don't mind helping. You would give somebody your last if you had it, but you're kind of at a place right now where it's like, I'm helping. And when I need a little bit, where's my help? So don't allow what your spirit moves you to do to be based on what other people do for you. Not everybody has your heart. So do it because you know it's going to come back to you, not for them, but for you, if that makes sense.
I like that.
Guys, I love this.
I love it. What do y'all love right now?
So wait, I have a question for you, Talisia. What made you get into tarot? Like, how did you start?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm Jax. I'm sorry. My name is Jax. But
yeah, I'm like, huh?
So like I've always been very intuitive, but I was raised Catholic and told that all of this stuff was like the devil and you shouldn't touch it. And so my grandmother was very much into it, but my mother was like, nope, don't be into it. You know, like that's the devil. So as I got older, I went through a lot of things that led me like literally to the bottom. And my anxiety was like going absolutely insane. What's the podcast about? I didn't know, what to do with it. And I started getting like one of my mentors, she was going live on Facebook and I really didn't believe in this thing. The first reading she gave me was free and I was like, okay. She could have said that to anybody. The second one, I was like, oh. The third one, I literally like dropped to my knees and started crying like, God, I hear you. Like, heard, I hear you, do what she said. So from that, I purchased a reading from her. And this was in 2016. And she was like, you're just like me. And I was like, I don't know. I don't read cards. I don't talk to the dead. Like that's far-fetched. I don't do that. But anyway, so can we get to my reading? So she was telling me this over and over and kept going live. And every time she went live, it was always about trusting my intuition, challenge my intuition. So I went through a breakup with someone that I was with for 20 years. And like, in those, yeah, it was almost 20 years. It was like 19 and some change.
That's
so
my whole life.
Literally.
Whole life.
For real.
23.
Yeah, I'm 34 and I met him when I was 14 and we were together like all of those years. So it was a long time. Yeah, so we broke up and my anxiety was going crazy. Like over the span of 2 weeks, I was in and out of the hospital like 10 times. And the last time that I went to the hospital, the doctor came in and was like, okay, we're going to send in the nurse and they're going to give you a migraine martini. And like my spirit was like, no medicine, no. And like I started panicking and my anxiety was getting worse. And I literally just pulled IV that I had already had in out and I was like, I'm leaving. And I went home and I called my mentor and I'm like, Monica, this and this is happening to me. And she was like, didn't I tell you you were just like me? And she was like, go order you some cards. And I was like, that's what I'm not going to do. But can you tell me something else? Go get some crystals. And I started carrying the crystals around and I kept them in my bra and started going to work like normal. And with the crystals, I was starting to see that a lot of what I thought was my anxiety was energy that I didn't know what to do with, that was somebody else's. And carrying crystals allowed me to see like, oh, that's that person. Oh, that's them. And it was starting to make sense that sometimes anxiety that I felt wasn't even mine. So I started meditating and I started allowing my mentor to be my mentor. I ordered my cards and here I am.
But I got a question. What do you mean by when you say your anxiety didn't feel like your anxiety? Like, what do you mean?
So I realized that the anxiety wasn't me, is what I'm saying. So basically, I can pick up on energy. So when I would go to work and I was having these anxiety attacks, it was just that there was a room full of energy that I didn't know what it was. And I just thought it was mine because I never knew that type of interaction with someone else's energy and my energy. I just thought I was having an anxiety attack. And going to the doctor and getting medication for it and taking medication, and it's still nothing ever subsiding it until I got the crystals. When I got the crystals, I would get those same feelings I felt before, but it wasn't like making me feel like I couldn't breathe. It was like literally directing my spirit to someone. The best way that I can explain it is when I pick up energy from someone, it gives me a feeling that triggers a memory from myself that I've been through and allows me to project the message that way. And then when I do the readings, the same thing. When I'm reading the cards and I'm picking up energy from people, it triggers memories of my own that I've been through that allows me to give, if that makes any sense to you. So having the crystals allowed me to realize that that anxiety wasn't really my anxiety. It was energy from others that I didn't know what to do with at all. And I have not had an anxiety attack since.
Because
I only asked that question because recently I had like a trip to Trinidad.
Oh, damn, I forgot my mic was on.
Everybody, like, because I was just like, I was seeing certain signs and symbols and just like putting pieces together, like everything that was in my head, I was trying to draw it and like just like put everything together. Like I was always questioning God and questioning why things are the way they are. And it was just like I got deep in the thought, like real deep in the thought. And like, but when I got deep in the thought, like it's like I kind of felt like I knew something, but like as I was getting deep in the thought and feeling like I knew what I knew, it was just like I was expressing myself to everybody else, like you say, your energy. I was telling everybody else and I was taking it out on everybody else and everybody that ever did me wrong or like I was always like I was just telling them like the real, like the reality of it. Like, yo, this what you did wrong and this is how you can fix it. And Like, you feel me? But everybody thought I was crazy. Everybody thought something was wrong with me because what I was saying was so real. Everything I was saying was just sounding so crazy, and it was just I was just talking so fast, too much, and off topic, but it was just like I was just like having an anxiety attack, just like you, and it was just like everybody's energy around me.
In basic terms, when it comes to energies, and we all feel like this and go through this. When, for example, if you are at a small get together or a small house party, we all interact, we all go out, we all get lit, right? And let's just say like something about the party. You don't know, like you usually be lit, you usually drink, interact, but then like this one particular party, you feel uneasy. Like your friends is like, what's wrong with you? And you're like, nothing, I'm chilling. And you just feel out of whack. That's energy transfer. You're in a group and you're around a lot of people and there's a lot of energies in one room. So depending on the energy in the room, that can affect you. So in your head, you think, oh, I'm just chilling. You know what I'm saying? But like really what's happening is the energy in the room is being projected on you. So it's causing you to be at a standstill. It's causing you to not really talk as much as you talk. It's causing you to just sit there in the corner and be on your phone or probably even want to go home. But because you're not aware of energies and what it do, it just feel like, no, I'm chilling, you know, we're not wrong, I'm good. But it's really because the energy in the room is off. And because some of us or some of you guys or whatever it is, because a lot of people aren't aware of how serious energy is or aren't spiritually connected, you don't know what it's for. All you know is this party, I won't go home. But it's really because of the people that's in the room. That makes sense?
Yeah.
I have a question. I didn't catch your name for Galaxy A20.
That's Jax.
That's Jax.
Jack?
Jax with an X.
Jax. Okay. So you said that you felt like the anxiety wasn't yours. It was you picking up on the energy from the outside. Was like learning how to separate yourself from other people's energy while you were reading cards, was that something that you learned, or do you still feel like sometimes you pick up
that shit is hard.
Or I don't know how to, do you feel like you're still getting that energy transfer? Like,
yes,
kind of like it's penetrating your protective layer.
Yes, but I have done a lot of healing and self-work on myself that has allowed me to know exactly when something is right for me and when something is not right for me, and know when I'm triggered and know, what's gonna cause me to act in a way that I shouldn't. And I also do a lot of protective things for myself. So like I make sure I meditate in the mornings. I drink certain foods that help me vibrate at a certain vibration. The music that I listen to, I make sure that I stretch and do yoga as well. Before I interact with anybody or leave the house, I make sure I sage. When I come in the house, I make sure I sage myself. I also come out of my clothes that I've been around other people in energy with. I come out of that when I get home too, just like literally cleansing my aura of anyone else, cutting cords of conversations from people, as crazy as that sounds. But people can grow a bond to your energy from just having a conversation like this, and things will start happening to you, or you'll start feeling a way and you're not sure why you're feeling that way. And it's just that energy has bonded to you. So just being mindful. One thing that I didn't do when I started this is my mentor told me to order cards, and I ordered cards and I just started reading people like crazy. And for like a good, it was like I played with it. Like it was a game. Like, oh my God, I'm magic. This is cool.
And not really taking the proper steps to protecting stuff first. We jumped right into it and started the readings and
it's crazy. I wasn't sleeping. And when I tried to sleep, I couldn't. People were calling me, telling me that they were dreaming about me. When they would tell me the dream, it was like a dream that I had, but they were nowhere in it. Just like crazy things. And I didn't know how to protect myself. So I had to take a step back, put the cards up, and learn my own self, my own spirit, how to protect myself, the proper tools, the proper things that you can eat and do. Like I stopped eating meat, dairy. I still haven't. I can't say vegan, but I love cheese and I love ice cream.
Cheese.
So I still indulge in that.
I can't give up the cheese.
Like
I love
changed
cheese.
how I've eaten, for it. I was one person who hated water. Water is all damn near all I drink now. So, just being very disciplined. Hey,
Water check.
but just it sometimes I do feel other people's energy on me, like when I'm not around them anymore. And now that I know the proper steps to take and the tools to do and the different techniques to protect myself, especially because I have two daughters and I don't want to bring anything home with me that doesn't belong here. So I had to take a step back, educate myself, and then move forward.
No, it's interesting that you bring up the fact of like energies and like I think you pulled a card that said light attracts light because my mentor and I were actually having this conversation where she said light attracts light, and then I was wondering like, okay, well, attracts light. How do you know when someone is around because you genuinely need help or because they're trying to leech off of you? Like you ever seen like in the summertime, like when a moth like goes toward like a light, like they're attracted to light. Humans, in a sense, can be like moths, like they're attracted to that light, they're gonna leech off of that light. So I wasn't sure, like, how can you differentiate between someone who wants to have that light in themselves and they're coming to you because they want help, or because they're trying to leech off you? And she said it's just really all about like learning how to read people completely, and it's like I would ask the girls like I sage all the time, but I felt like I wasn't doing enough. Like I remember it was just one day my whole mood, my energy just shifted and I was stuck for like a week and a half. And I didn't know what it was. I didn't know who I had encountered. I didn't know what was happening to the point where I really got into like a really, really deep depression. Like I didn't want to do anything. I didn't go anywhere. I didn't want to talk to nobody. And then luckily around that time, my mentor did come into my life and she helped me. That it was just so hard just trying to figure out like, who's really here because they need help and who's here because they're trying to hurt me or trying to leech off me or something like that. So it's interesting that you bring that up because I was just experiencing that like just a couple weeks ago.
That's why I'm saying self-work is really imperative when you're doing this kind of work. We're all learning every day, but for me, myself, I learned that prior to taking the journey of my own self-love, I gave and gave and gave to people and always saw the best in them, even if they were there to hurt me. And because I try to be positive and only exude good energy, when people did things negative to me, I would almost become like a doormat and be like, okay, I forgive them. God's going to take care of them. I'm good. But then I would be, looking stupid. So on your journey of spirituality, I definitely say attack healing and any type of trauma that you have, because that helps exactly what you want. And then once somebody that comes into your circle that's not vibrating where you vibrate, it's like you just know like nah, I don't fuck around. And and then that's just it. So it's a lot of work and we're constantly working every day. Like this is not easy. I have bad days like that too, where sometimes I have to peel myself out of the bed and I don't know why, because I go to bed with every intention of waking up to have the best day. I wake up like I'm gonna have the best day, and then I start moving and it's like what's going on. So your mindset is everything, and everybody has a day that is not the best. It's just more of getting yourself out of that afterwards. It's not anything more than that. So energy is crazy because it can make you feel so many things.
No, it can, because like all throughout my life, I've had people like I've basically had people say like I need help, like I need you to help me, and it's like me, like I need help. Like what are you talking about? Like I need the help. But my mentor was explaining to me like I have a certain type of light that they want, and I guess they look to me to help them, but I don't feel well within myself to really help somebody else. It's part of the reason why I've really embarked on a spiritual journey, because I need to heal and help myself, because I feel like part of my purpose on this earth is to help other people. Like, there's no reason why people have just come up to me my whole life. Oh, I need help, or show me how to do this, show me how to do that. Like, there's a reason for it, but I'm not well within myself yet to just do that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that makes a lot of sense. You know, you keep going back to like the like attracts, like what you said your mentor said to you. When I started working with my mentor and I started asking like about connecting with people who have passed on and, you know, went to the other side, like I was explaining to her how sometimes I know I'm by myself and like I'll be doing something and like I'll want to look behind me, like I feel like somebody's there and nobody's there. And I'll explain that to her and she would say, I would be like, but who is it? And how do I find out? So she would explain that to me, but she would also explain, like you're saying, like attract like, do you have something that they need in order to make that transition to where they need to go? So they're just in limbo. So they're coming to you for that. It's up to you to know if your energy can help them or not. So that's basically like what you said. It just resonated with me so much and I just felt like saying.
I'm the mentor.
Yeah.
Hi guys.
She gone.
Hello. Hello, I'm Trinity. And I've been mute because I feel like my background is kind of loud, but is it loud to you guys?
No, it's not. It's not.
No, we hear you fine.
I just wanted to chime in because that's so important because I'm the type of person that I draw like hurt people in. And I always feel like I can help people out. And most of my friends do come to me. And even in my past relationships, like I'm always the person to fix broken people. And I had to realize that even though I have that gift, I have that talent, I can't always help people out because their spirit can take a big toll on me. And I not even realize until a month later or 2 weeks later or even the next day. Like people's spirits, I swear, it's so powerful because somebody can be so positive and come around you and then you positive for the next 2 weeks and you don't really understand why because there's a lot going on in your life. Or you could be having the best time of your life and then you meet somebody whose energy and spirit is off and then it will come into your life and totally change everything around and then you become depressed and you don't understand why. It's because other people's situations can have a big toll on you too if you don't really take time to fill your own cup up when you're trying to help other people. If you don't fill your cup up, honey. It's also I'm sorry, I don't know if it's
No, it's
I'm
okay.
sorry, y'all. It's also about even in that case, we could all protect ourselves because everybody want to help somebody. Like everybody in here probably tried to help somebody when they needed help in some kind of area. The thing is knowing how far to help.
Yep.
True. Oh my God, it's so true.
You gotta know your limit. You gotta know, all right, I could do this, or I could try to talk you out through this. And then because the biggest thing in spiritual practice is gonna teach you two things hard: boundaries and protection. Hard on the boundaries. And it's something that we don't have until we put ourselves out there and then we don't have nothing left because we didn't create boundaries. Every time they called, we answered. Every time they needed help, we extended to almost to the point where like we're literally drained and annoyed and overwhelmed and we're not even understanding that we don't even have to do this. Like we didn't draw boundaries. So now the person is just taking until we have absolutely nothing left because we didn't create a boundary.
The two of cups in reverse.
And then you say, well, am I selfish if I stop helping this person out? Well, like, am I a bad person if I don't help out?
That's where self-worth comes.
Because I feel like, I'm sorry, I'm probably picking up messages. That's why I just wanted to read. I mean, join the thing and shut the hell up. But I feel like, when's your birthday?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I'm a Leo, August 15th.
Wait, what day?
August 15th.
Yes, I'm gonna be nice. August 5th.
I don't know
I
why,
keep telling y'all.
but I feel like I feel like you extend yourself, and then I feel like the people you come in contact with, and I don't know if it's like man or female, or like how it goes, but I feel like you extend yourself, and then people make you feel bad, like, oh well, damn, like you was my only way to work.
Yeah. Oh my God.
And then it's looking at you like, and then you're like, all right, fuck it. I feel like a lot of people that you surround yourself with do that to you and then make you think like you're their only way out. And you have to understand that I can help you to this extent, but like, yo, we're grown. You get what I'm saying? Like, I got my own. If you set boundaries in the beginning. When you say no, they can't be mad. But if you give them everything and then out of nowhere you want to say no, now they're going to try to manipulate the situation and make you feel like shit because you don't want to jump. Because you've been jumping. So now, why you don't want to jump now? You know what I'm saying? Like now they got an attitude with you and they like ungrateful about it. It's really all about boundaries when it comes to helping people. Like I know it look like I got it together. You know, I know it look like I'm living this happy, positive vibe shit, but it's some stuff with me that ain't situated. I could do this for you, but after this, you know, next week you should try to figure out your own way home. So that next week when they ask you for a ride, you'll be like, look, I told you. I think find your own way home. So.
And manipulation is so crazy these days. And friendships, family, everything, relationships, everything. People will make you feel so bad about the smallest things, the biggest thing. Manipulation is crazy. I want to talk about that.
I was about to say.
Can everybody talk about that? Because that is big.
It is, because your family be the main ones to hurt you first.
Mm-hmm.
That is very
Your family
true.
be the main ones, because I got an older sister. We're 4 years apart. Love her to death. Love her to death. But, help her. And she wasn't even like just doing it to me. She was like, it was me, my grandmother. Like she was getting everybody. And I was just like, But it came out though. It came out. It's funny because I was like down south to my mother's house. And when I came back this year, that crap all came out. I came back to a whole lot of came back to a whole bunch of mess. But hey, I mean, I guess she all right now, but I definitely not. I ain't helping her no more.
I think like in terms of manipulation and stuff, well, just if you want to even talk about spiritual journey and spirituality, one of the hardest parts is realizing a problem that you played in a situation. So like, granted, we're talking about manipulation and being manipulated. I've realized a lot of times where I was the manipulator. And I would try to justify it, be like, oh no, I did this because of this, I did this because of this. Whole time I'm being toxic as hell, like, oh. And it don't hit till later. And then it's like, it's just funny how like we innately play like this victim role and like we have this wall up and like this defense mechanism because we don't want to admit to our faults. But that's one thing about spirituality. They're gonna get your ass and they're gonna show you like you did that. You feel me? So like I was in a 5.5 year relationship where it was very manipulative on both ends. And once I realized, like, damn, I was really the manipulator in a lot of situations, it became easier to, I guess, kind of deal with and let go of the situation. I feel like you can't really grasp the whole idea of manipulation until you realize, like, damn, I'm a manipulator too. So.
I agree.
Yeah, I feel like also too, like when it comes to situations, like one thing I can honestly say, like one about myself is like, you know, like when you know yourself and you know that you're on some bullshit, but you're still doing that bullshit. Some people would like be on bullshit and not want to come to like the face of it that they on bullshit and accept the fact that they on bullshit. I feel like with me, like I always accept. If I'm like, I know, like, yeah, I'm on some bullshit, but like, I'm already here, so like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I always know and recognize my flaws and when I'm actually doing something wrong. Some people like to hide it, like, no, I didn't see that was wrong, or I didn't, you know, or they just like try to hide.
I feel like it's kind of tough picking out somebody's flaws. That's why I don't do it. That's why I'm like really quiet, because it's kind of like, I don't want to be disrespectful in a way, but like sometimes the way somebody expressed themselves could be toxic, but that's how they express themselves. So it's kind of like, how can you determine when somebody's being toxic enough? You know what I mean? Like, me expressing myself and you say I'm on some bullshit for expressing myself. You know what I mean? There's just there's different types of bullshit. And I guess it varies for each person. So it's like, You know what I mean? Are you really being manipulative, or are you just expressing how you feel to that person? Like, there's just so many ways you could go about it. That's why I just be like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? You know what I mean? Like,
I also feel like too, like even like when it comes to like the word toxic, we kind of like
throw it around.
Yeah, like it's just like a hot potato or something. Like, I feel like there's like the word toxic can go into like different variations, and like it's like if you dealing with somebody and they just like, you feel me, if they're a fuckboy, we call them toxic. You feel me? If you're doing something that I don't necessarily like, you're toxic.
Right.
Or it's just like
When people have separation anxiety, is toxic because it's when people have separation anxiety, they do certain things because they don't want to be alone. So then it's looked at as toxic.
Yeah. I just feel like we need a new word at this time. Like, it was fun when it first came out in a sense.
And then it's like other people bringing your energy down. Like, we're just human beings. We're going through natural things that we don't understand, that we don't really know how to direct ourselves and lead ourselves in. So I just feel like these terms are just being used so loosely. It's kind of selfish. It's like, oh, I don't know what you're going through, but you're bringing my energy down, so get away from me. Like, shut the fuck up. That's how I feel about it. I'm sorry. Like, honestly.
Exactly right. Agree.
Yeah, you're right.
I definitely I do want to say we are about to wrap it up. It's getting close to 9:00 and everything. I do appreciate everybody that has came on this call. I appreciate the people that either came and left. I hope y'all see this. This is also sharing on our YouTube channel.
That you can now click in the link in our bio to our actual website.
Our website is out. It's www.illestgirlsnextdoor.com. Thank you. We have our About Us up there, so you can literally learn about Unani, you can learn about Lissy, you can also learn about me. Yep. Oh, there we go. There it is. Oh.
Let's go.
Hey.
Heavy. Which is dope as hell.
So, yes, illestgirlsnextdoor.com, www, type that in. Yes, Mark.
That's what I like to see.
This was being recorded this whole time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Three little ladies.
We have our drops right there.
Illest Girls motherfucking podcast.
We have a vlog up. We have our pictures up, more photo shoots to come. But also too with the website where it says episodes, that's the audio version. Video is basically the audio and the actual
visuals.
Yeah, visual. So that audio is just episodes is just audio, and then videos is like the actual videos and everything that y'all can click right there. Once y'all click into it, it will take y'all straight to YouTube. And then we got the vlog up. Make sure y'all go watch that. The party was fucking. And then we have About Us, and we also have booking. Unfortunately, with Rona, we're not doing bookings right now, but after all this is over and our site opens back up, we'll definitely be doing bookings. But you can go read about us. You can go read about who Illest Girls Next Door is, what Illest Girls Next Door is. And I just want to say, I really appreciate all of y'all for coming on.
Wait, before we close out, can everybody just drop their Instagram? Because I feel like we got a lot of gems drop. And I feel like people need to be followed. So.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Steve.
All right. My Instagram is at Gems with Jax, JEMSWITHJAX.
You could type that.
Yeah. You can type it in.
Oh, okay. I see right there.
Oh, yeah.
Where?
Yeah, that's probably easier.
And I saw somebody type the shit up and it popped on the screen.
Word.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah, you just press the 3.
I think you do more and you do chat.
Okay,
yep.
Cool. Okay, I'm seeing
Aisha, first of all, thank you so much for tuning in. Oh my God.
Thank you for having me. It was a very lovely conversation.
Oh, thank you.
Glad I made it.
Yeah, me too.
I'm gonna be completely honest. I didn't know how this was gonna go, where the conversation was gonna go, and I'm like, let me just try it out, test the waters and everything, and I felt like it turned out pretty okay.
Definitely did.
Yeah.
It was more than pretty okay.
Oh, okay.
It was actually like really good.
Strats.
Yes, everybody drop that. Drop that. Drop that.
Make sure y'all follow me too.
When y'all dropping your next episode?
Great question. What's today's day?
25th. 25th.
Next Sunday.
Yeah, next
8
Sunday
o'clock.
we'll be back in motion. I'm sorry, but Rona is not stopping what I got going on. I'm sorry.
She definitely not.
No, I'm about to beat me and Rona might have to square up in a second.
Oh my God.
I'm serious.
Yo, her face just popped up. It was so heavy. That shit was crazy. Who thought like that's?
I don't like that.
That shit was tight.
I don't like that. Who screamed?
I like that.
I don't like that.
I like that.
I don't like that.
Me and Rona had to square up, but I just want to say thank you guys for your time. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for talking. We'll probably do this again. And I really appreciate everything. I appreciate y'all. I hope that y'all, succeed in y'all daily endeavors, y'all goals. I hope that everybody, just works hard, keep their head up during quarantine. Rich, I hope you keep doing what you're doing. I see you doing your lives. It's been lit.
Yeah, Rich.
It's been lit. Your lives been
I'm just gonna
rocking.
keep up with y'all. Y'all got
watching.
websites and shit now. Y'all got episodes keep going. I mean,
Right.
y'all the number one podcast out here. We gotta keep up.
First of all, we actually
y'all the best ones.
Thank you.
So I just hope everybody enjoy the rest of their night. Be safe. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do. I don't know what that is.
Night, guys.
Don't.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
What's poppin'? Turn your speakers up. Turn these speakers up. You're locked into the illest girls next door.
You can bump it in your stereo.
On BoominLive.com.